Hi, today we are going to start our third unit of DBMS course, and the title for third unit is Interactive SQL and Advanced SQL. The main motto for this unit is SQL performance tuning. So weightage for this particular unit for MSBT examination is 14 marks. So today we are going to start our first lecture for Unit 3. The course outcomes for this particular session is write the given queries using relevant functions. So today I have planned to cover the following topics: inbuilt functions, string functions, arithmetic functions, date and time functions. So let's start. Functions in SQL or functions in programming language. Every function takes input and produces output. So in a SQL also, every function takes input. So you can see in diagram, argument 1, argument 2, argument n, these are the inputs for the function. And this function produces one output. That is nothing but the result value of that function. But the main feature of function is it can take multiple input, but it produces only one resultant value, that is nothing but only one result. So in SQL there are two types of functions. One is a single row function, whereas second is a multiple row function. So for single row function, you can see it takes only one input and produces only one output. And the description for single row function is return one result per row, or it is nothing but it returns one result per input. Whereas in multiple row function, you can see it takes multiple input. So you return one result per set of rows and produces only one output. So the best example of multiple row function is if I want to find out maximum percentage among 15 students. So marks of these 15 students is nothing but input or multiple input values, and I am getting only one value, that is nothing but maximum percentage. So I have to use multiple row function. Let's start with single row function. So here we are going to discuss about single row function features. The main feature is manipulate data item, accept arguments and return one value, act on each row that is written, return one result per row, may modify the data item, it can be nested, and it can accept arguments that can be a column or an expression. So let's discuss one by one. The first feature is it manipulates data item. It means what? If your input is in number format and if you want to display that number as a string, so your input data format is number and you are displaying that number as a string. So the best example is if you want to display price of a product. So price must be in a number, and price of a product, when we say, it means it can be in a rupees or a euro or a dollar. So when you want to display the price, you have to combine that price value with dollar sign or rupee sign or euro sign. So it means what? We are going to display the number input as a string, as an output. So this is one feature. Second feature, accept arguments and return one value. It is a single row function, so it accepts only one argument and returns only one output. Act on each row that is written. Means if we apply this function on a table or a column of a table, so it will work on every value of that column or every value of record and produces only one output. Return one result per row. So here single row function works on every record, so it produces the number of values for every result or not result for the particular record. May modify data type. So manipulate data item and may modify data type is quite similar. It can be nested. If we apply one function and that function is produces output, and if we want to apply another function on that resultant value or the output, it means we can make the cascading of that function. Means one input value is the output of the another function. So first I want to convert name into capital letters, then I want to trim those values, kind of. Means one input is the output of another function, and it accepts arguments that can be a column or an expression. So we have a freedom. We can apply these functions on table by using column name directly, or you can apply these functions on any other data which is not stored in table. So the basic syntax of this particular function, single row function, is we have to write function name and in a bracket we have to provide argument. So you can see only one argument is accepted for single row function. So the next is types of single row function. So in a SQL, there are various types for single row functions like character, number, date, conversion, and general functions. So let's start with the character functions. Character is nothing but stream of a stream of characters or number of characters. So here also basically two types. One is a case conversion function, whereas second is a character manipulation function. So in a case conversion function, you can see three types are there: lower function, upper function, and init cap function. So lower function takes input and convert all the characters into the lowercase, whereas upper function takes input and converts all the characters into capital letter, and in a init cap it takes input and it converts first letter of each word into capital. So these are the case conversion functions, whereas character manipulation functions are concat, substr, that is nothing but substring, length function, instr function, lpad and rpad, trim and replace. So let's discuss one by one. Starts with the case conversion functions. These functions convert the case for character strings. So in the first column there is one sample, and on the second column the result, that is nothing but expected output. If your function is lower and the input is SQL course, so you can see this SQL course is enclosed in a single quotation mark because this SQL course is nothing but character data. And you can see the output, every letter for SQL course is converted into small case. Whereas in upper function, you can see the same input is provided, SQL course. So the output is every letter for SQL course statement is converted into uppercase. Whereas course is like S is capital in SQL word and C is capital in course word. So this is how these case conversion functions work. So this is one sample for case conversion function. Display the name and city in uppercase for employee alias from employees table. So the query is like select upper and input is a name column, comma, upper, input is a city column from employees where you can see lower function is applied to a name column and is equal to Alice. So Alice is in a small case. So we have applied lower function on a name column in where condition because we are not aware that Alice is stored in what format. So to just for matching, we have converted name in a lower case in a where condition. But you can see the output that Alice is in a uppercase whereas that city Mumbai is also in a uppercase. So this is how you can apply this single row functions. So this is about case conversion functions of SQL string functions.